Hey y'all, it's Chelsea, and welcome back to my channel. Uh, you read that title correctly. This is my August wrap up. Now you may be asking, Chelsea, it is the end of September. Why are you just now wrapping up August? Oh, your girl got COVID. Bruh. This is as good as it's gonna get. If we don't do this now, it's never gonna get done. So we're just doing the thing. We are doing the thing. I read 33 books in August. August was my birthday month, and I went real hard. We're going to talk about said things. So I know I usually do these in 5 words or less, but again, I have the COVID brain. So we may not get there. I did take notes, but we may not get there. The first book I read is Alice Isn't Dead. I gave this book 2 stars. It was honestly just background noise. I read Only When It's Us. I also gave this 2 stars, and I can admit that this rating is harsh. I just really didn't like it. I don't think Chloe Lease is for me. I read In the Weeds. I gave this 5 stars. Something here just worked. I read The Nightmare Before Christmas. I borrowed this from Beebs. I gave this 3 stars. This isn't the original poem. I read Pack Up the Moon. I gave this 4 stars. I am emotionally exhausted. This book made me cry so much. Do not recommend reading while you're at work. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. I read Dead 11. I gave this 2 stars. I don't see the appeal here. Can someone please explain? I read Boyfriend Material. I gave this 5 stars. I think this is one of my favorite romances of all time. Congratulations, Destiny, on another win. Thank you. Love you. I read Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I gave this 2 stars. I strongly advise against reading this as an adult. I didn't read it as a child, but if you did, don't reread it. Just leave it in the past. It doesn't age well. Doesn't age well. No. I read A Room of One's Own. I gave this 3 stars. I suggest skipping the first 2 chapters, and then it's pretty good. I read A Psalm for the Wild Built. I gave this 3 stars. I felt nothing, but I read A Prayer for the Crown Shy, and I gave this 5 stars, and I felt everything. I do believe that these should just be one book. You do need this to get to this. So I felt nothing, but then I felt everything. Nothing, everything. God, what is this video? I read The Curse of Saints. I gave this 2 stars. Another regular, copy-paste fantasy romance. There is nothing new here. Just skip it. I read Culty. I gave this 1 star. My review is going to be a direct quote from the book. Oh my God, I can't believe that I'm saying this on camera. Okay. Poop, fart, hemorrhoids. Poop, poop. Would you know this book is a romance if you didn't already know? So bad. I read In the Weeds again and gave it 5 stars. Again. Again? So soon. Yes. I love it. I read Middle Game, finally. I gave it 2 stars. I never want to hear the phrase quantum entanglement ever again. I read You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. This is another one of Beeb's books, by the way. I gave this 3 stars. This wasn't the dumpster fire I was anticipating it to be. I'd never reread it, but it was a whole lot better than I was anticipating. I read Solitaire. I gave this 4 stars. I am Tori. Tori is me. I read Home Before Dark. I gave this 2 stars. We're not still surprised by these ratings, are we? We're not surprised by the thriller ratings? I didn't think so. The Shadow of the Wind. I gave this 3 stars. There's good lines in here, but I'm so glad that it's over, and I will not be reading anything else. I read Cackle, again, Beeb's book. I gave this 2 stars. Annie and Sophie should have been gay. but I feel like even then this book still would have been bad. I don't see the appeal here at all. Like, this was bad from start to finish. I read We Have Always Lived in the Castle. I gave this 4 stars. We love good classics in this house. I feel like they're few and far between. This is a good one, and a short one. I read Braiding Sweetgrass. I gave this 5 stars. This should be required reading. I think about this book every single day of my life now. It is embedded in the brain. I love it so much. Read it. Read it. Even if you don't want to, read it. Thank you. I read The Pisces. I gave this 2 stars, but I still have no words. I read Frankenstein. I gave this 4 stars. Oh my fucking god, this is so fucking good. I have been sleeping on this book my entire life. Thank you, Tiffany. I read The Halloween Moon. I gave this 2 stars. The portrayal of adulthood at the end was so bleak. So bleak. So bleak. I read We Hunt the Flame, and I gave this 1 star. I will acknowledge this rating is my fault. I take the blame. Like, I know I read this book, but I feel like I didn't read this book. I read The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, or Winnipeg, or you know the one. I gave this 2 stars. Mariana Zapata is not for me. I understand that setting is not what the girlies are coming to these books for. Like, that's not what they want when they get here. But I need to have it stated that Mariana Zapata cannot set a scene to save her goddamn life. No. I won't be reading anymore. 2 was more than enough. Culty was more than enough. I read Nomadland. I gave this 4 stars. Like Life, this was incredibly uplifting and severely depressing at the same damn time. I read Silver Under Nightfall. I gave this 3 stars. I really didn't enjoy this, but my god, do I want the sequel. Make it make sense. I read Still Life with Tornado. I gave this 4 stars. The absence of violence is not love. So good. So good. I read Kings, Queens, and In-Betweens. I gave this 3 stars. My issue with it is the main character is supposed to be 17, I think, but severely reads like they're 12 or 13. So it just makes the entire story like really weird and awkward. Because the whole time you think that the character is a tween when in reality they're supposed to be like almost college age. It was really jarring. I don't really recommend it because of that, which is a damn shame. I read Crossroads. Again, this is Beeb's book. I read this on Beeb's request. I gave this 4 stars. This is incredibly fleshed out for a novella, and for me that's saying a lot because I really don't like novellas or short stories. This was a good one. You should read it. It's not going to take up very much of your time, but I think it's worth it. And last but not least, rounding out what I think is probably the worst filmed wrap-up of my life, I finally finished Queen of Shadows, and I gave this shit 3 stars. This was such a slog. Oh my god. I know a lot of the girlies be saying this is their favorite. I don't see it. I had to push myself through this one. This one wasn't it. This one wasn't it. And it's heavy. It is a big bitch, and it does not need to be. And that was it. That was all the books I read in August. I am sorry about all of this. If you watch this one in its entirety, you are the real one. You're the real one. Please let me know down in the comments, what did you think about the books I read this month? Did you read any of these? This fucking sucks. Oh my god. I'm never doing this again. We're never filming with COVID again. Thank you for watching this if you did. If you didn't, I don't blame you. Oh my god, and I will see you soon for my next video.